Hey guys, Jared here, Magnetic Men's Club. Hope everyone's doing well. In today's video, we're going to talk about the opportunity costs of a relationship. Now, we as men really want to be the best providers we can for our wives, our girlfriends, our long-term lovers, whatever situation you're in. But sometimes the ask isn't worth the give, or you cannot provide the give, you can't afford it for whatever reason. So you have a choice. You either have to disappoint her and tell her no, or you have to tap into your resources, often creating a negative situation in your own life, only to say yes to her to make her happy. Now here's the short end. If you do this too much and you run out of resources, you run out of money, and you might even run out of time because you have to have 2 or 3 jobs just because you keep saying yes to her and it's going to cost money, you're running out and you're burning the candle at both ends just to keep her happy, just to say yes. Eventually, you're going to crash, your money's going to crash, something's going to happen where you're no longer able to provide for her. And she's going to leave anyway, because women only stay in a relationship based on what you can provide for them. They don't stay for love. I hate to tell you guys this, they don't stay for love. Love is a fairy tale for a whole other video, but they stay based on what you can provide for them. So you have a choice. You have to learn to disappoint your women. You have to learn to say no to them, because you only have a finite amount of resources. You only have enough hours in the day. You only have enough money. You only have enough emotional bandwidth. And every time you give, it costs you something. Every time she asks, it costs her nothing. Asking is free. The giving costs. So, I've noticed a lot of men, mostly younger, but even guys in my age group that I coach, they fall into this trap of saying yes to their women every single time. And a lot of them can't afford it, but they don't want to lose her. They don't want to make her upset. So they feel they have no other options and they have to say yes to her. And sadly, what happens to a lot of these guys is the women start running over them. They start viewing these men as little puppy dogs because they have no frame, they have no ability to say no to her. She knows that, and eventually she's going to lose respect for you anyway, and she's going to go on to the next. This is basically how it's going to happen. So by you actually saying no to her, by you actually having a strong boundary, a strong frame, and standing up to her, it actually resets her expectations. It actually creates and helps your relationship, because you're regulating the relationship and you're actually taking back some of that power dynamic. Remember, you can say no to her. She might whine and bitch and complain and throw a temper tantrum, but eventually she'll get over it and start realizing, okay, this is a guy who will stand up to me. This is a guy who will tell me no. I like this. Women do not want a doormat. They do not want a yes man. They just don't. So we want to shift your thinking. If you're having problems, especially in this part, always telling her no, we want to shift your thinking to let you know it's actually a good thing to stand up to her. It's actually a really good thing to disappoint her sometimes. It's actually a really good thing to say no. And it's okay. Before we get any further along in this video, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, please hit that like button. Leave a comment. Hit the subscribe button someplace on here. I never know where these are. It definitely helps the algorithm. A lot of you guys watch my videos, and I thank each and every one of you, but you're not subscribed yet. And it helps the algorithm. It actually saves the tree and burns a few calories for you. And there are some scientific evidence out there that every time you subscribe to my channel, men, your dick grows. I don't know if that's true, but I think it is. So If you want a little bit bigger of a package down there, hit the subscribe button. I think it's probably pretty accurate. It's going to always be common practice for your girlfriend or your wife, your long-term, she's always going to ask you for shit. I want more time with you. I want to go on vacation. I want more clothes. I want a bigger house. Whatever the hell it is. Remember, every time she asks you for something, that's free. In order for you to accommodate her on the ask, you are now the giver. It's going to cost you maybe time. It's going to cost you maybe more money. It's going to cost you something every time she asks you for something. And the higher or the more elevated you are as a man, meaning the more you're doing in your life, maybe you have some businesses you're running, maybe you have extracurricular activities, like you go to the gym, you volunteer. The higher level of a man you are, the more time and the more resources women are going to want from you. It's just the way it is. And so if you don't have a strong backbone, if you don't have a strong frame, and you continually say yes, 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 you're going to start losing your resources. You're going to start losing all the things that made you who you are. And once they're gone, she's going to be gone anyway. So it's in your best interest personally to start self-regulating what you have and elevating what you have, focusing on that, growing more of it so that you're able to give more to the women in your life. If you always say yes to your woman, you're basically training her or teaching her to expect it. You're setting yourself up for unrealistic expectations because women will always want more. You give them an inch, they will take a mile. They always want more. You have to start learning strong boundaries. We do have a course in our school community centered specifically around boundaries. Take a look at that. It's a very minimal cost. You can go right through that. But boundaries is a big thing that you need to have. The last thing you want to do is deplete your own resources for somebody else. Now, I know you might love her. She might even be your wife. Whatever situation you're in, you don't want to get yourself in such a deficit that you put yourself in a hole for somebody else. This is what I see a lot of guys doing, and this is when they get frustrated when their women leave, or they get frustrated or sad or depressed when the women break up with them, and they say this, I gave her everything. Yeah, I bet you did, and that's why she left. Because you had no backbone, you had no frame, you couldn't tell her no. She got bored of that. Or, like I said, sadly, a lot of women, you gave her everything. You gave her everything so much, you had nothing left to give, AKA you had nothing to offer her, and she went on to the next. A lot of women have that parasitic mindset where they want to accumulate shit from guys, and you need to watch out for that. And the best way you can protect yourself is having a strong boundary. I'm not saying to say no to her every single time. This is not what this video is about. It's not what this channel is about. I actually do love women. I have a girlfriend who doesn't live where I live. And a perfect example, she wants everything. She wants me to move where she is. She wants me to marry her someday. She wants this, she wants that. All of that is free. I want. But now she realizes all of that's cost me something. All of this cost me time. It cost me relocating. I don't know anybody in your area. And the question is, why would I do that? And it's not because of love. It has nothing to do with it. It's in practicality. I can't physically provide what you want because it puts me at a loss. It puts me at a deficit. And I love me more than I love this situation. I'm not going to do that. This is a strong boundary. This is a strong frame. She finally understands this. Maybe doesn't like it, but she understands this. And this is why I need you guys to understand. It's okay to be generous when you can be generous with your time, with your money. It's fine. But when she asks you for something that you cannot provide her, you need to snap really quick and say, no, this is not something I'm willing to do at this point. You have to set that expectation for her. This is how healthy relationships work. It's built on respect, and it's built on understanding, and not just fulfilling her desires and her wants and her wishes at any cost. That's not how this works. This is how a lot of relationships think they ought to work, but that's not reality. And because you are watching this channel, because you're trying to level yourself up, be different. Have that backbone, have that strong frame. Be okay with her getting mad at you for saying no. She's going to love you that much more for it. She's going to respect you that much more for it. That's all I have on this subject today. Want you guys have an amazing day. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. You can certainly reach out to us via email on our website. If you're looking for more one-on-one coaching around this subject or other subjects that you might feel stuck on, please go to our website. I specialize specifically really in men going through a divorce, bad breakups, or who are trying to get back out there and level themselves up. We have a full confidence course coming out. We're getting a lot of emails, a lot of people hitting our website wanting to get some support on becoming more confident. So that's coming out really soon. With that, have an amazing day. We'll talk soon. Bye.